In deep brain stimulation surgery, we use magnetic resonance imaging, or MRI scans, as people know, to determine the area of the brain where we want to place the electrodes. But during the course of the surgery, we have to confirm that the electrodes go in the correct place and confirm that they're working, so the patients have to be awake for surgery. And during the course of the surgery, we monitor the patient and see how their tremor is doing. So, for example, they might have a significant tremor at the start of the surgery, and then we'll place the electrode and turn the stimulation on, and hopefully the tremor stops. And that's how we get immediate feedback. In Mr. Lucan's surgery, it was a remarkable experience. Just like many of the surgeries, he had immediate success from the stimulator, and it stopped his tremor instantly. And I remember him saying, my hands haven't been this steady in 13 years. And so it was it was very emotional.
Well, that was the surgery, and they put a thing over the top of your head, and they drill into your skull like this to make sure that you don't move, and you're awake all the time while they're doing this. When they put the probe in there, in the brain, first of all it sounded just like static from a radio, and all of a sudden everything was quiet. You know, in fact, my trembling just stopped completely. It was amazing.
The day before surgery, I was looking ahead and noticed that we were going to operate on a man named Joe Lucan, and immediately a light bulb went off. And I was curious if it was the same Joe Lucan that I recalled from college that had been a benefactor to the scholarship. So I did some research online. I looked up his hometown, and sure enough, it was Bemidji. And so I came to the hospital a little earlier than normal the next day to try to have an opportunity to meet with him before surgery and thank him for the scholarship and let him know how it had kind of come full circle.
When I was in the pre-operating, he come in the room and he says, "I'm Jeremy Fogelson, and I'm the one that received the scholarship from you." And he said, "I'm going to be helping with the operation with Dr. Lee today." And the operation, what a great idea. And he did most of the operation. Jeremy did most of the operation, which did a very good job.
Being from Bemidji, I was always interested in attending Bemidji State. The main question I had was, would they be able to provide the curriculum I was going to go into? I also knew that Bemidji State had good educational opportunities in the sciences, and I was considering the sciences early on. Probably one of the biggest decision makers was the availability of a full tuition scholarship.
Well, I talked to Dr. Lee after the operation, and he said Jeremy was really doing a fine job for the Mayo Clinic. And I thought, well, that's good. Come out of a small university like Bemidji State and doing a great job for the Mayo Clinic. So that's real positive feelings that I had, knowing that I had contributed a little bit to his success.
Absolutely.
Well, it's always positive, especially if they get the deserving students, if they get these scholarships, because eventually, in the future years, when they're able to, I know that they'll contribute to the university, and we all benefit from that.
Certainly for me, operating on someone who had contributed so much to my education and had helped me get to where I am was very meaningful. Anytime you operate on a patient and things go well and you make their life better in some way, it's rewarding. But to be able to directly help someone who in the past has helped you was very rewarding, and it was a blessing to have that opportunity.